Well, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome here to the United Arab Emirates for the 2022 IWBF World Championship. We're live here in sunny Dubai. I'm your commentator, Josh Bennett, alongside Dylan Cummings for today's game between Canada and Australia. Dylan, welcome. We're in for a big show tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good game, Josh. Great to be here alongside you.
Well, two teams, of course, getting off to a good start. Now, the thing is for Canada, Katie Dandido is one of their best players, but who are some of the other key players we can look out for?
Yeah, I would definitely say alongside Dandenau would be Aaron Young and Cindy Willett. I would imagine those to be Canada's big threats.
Well, Cindy Wells, you mentioned one of the key players for this team, Captain Fantastic. While for the Australians, some of the key players that you want to look out for Team Australia, Sarah Vinci, also Captain Isabel Marks. But from watching Australia, what is it about their game that makes them such a good team?
Yeah, they generate a lot from the likes of Amber Merritt, so they'll need to step up and have a big game here against Canada. I would say, all credit to Australia, but I would say Canada are the favourites going into this game.
Well, Canada now, we're just over 2 minutes away, coming off the back of a big victory against the Great Britain. Canada in a close game neck and neck with Team Spain, of course, in which Spain got their first victory. It's very competitive here in the Women's World Championship.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like the other day, Australia picked up a big win against Brazil. They struggled yesterday against Spain, so they'll look to rebound in this game. Meanwhile, I think Canada will be, even though they picked up a good win against GB yesterday, they'll be frustrated that they lost against Spain. But hopefully after this, Canada have got a big game against China.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, welcome here to Dubai World Trade Center 2022 IWBF World Championship. If you're watching live on the YouTube stream, make sure you give us a like, please, and a subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're now 90 seconds away from tip-off. Our three referees for today's game. We have Christian Kolambati, we have Fen Chin Wang, and we have Gerard Tamasian from Iran, from China, and from our final referee, of course, Kolambati. We do not have his nationality at the moment, but we have welcomed him. Now, of course, this is going to be a close net game, but again, the transition play from the Canadians. Do you feel that in this game, Australia is going to need to really make sure they control the rebounds?
Yeah, for sure. They're going to need to grab those rebounds from the guys like Merritt and Munro to grab those rebounds, the bigs for Australia.
We're going to get this game underway. It will be indeed Australia, who will probably most likely have to go up against a very strong Canadian team. Well, the Canadians are going to probably start with Katie Dandido. Tamara Steves has been one of their key players as well, but one of the players we still need to see the best of course, is Melanie Horton, classified as a 1.0 player. I mean, she is a hard-working player for Canada.
Yeah. Horton is great. She played over in Giulianova in Italy this season from Ontario is Horton, and she won the Italian Championship with Giulianova this season, so it'd be good to see her in this game for sure.
Well, Horton, as you mentioned, coming from Ontario, one of the beautiful states near where Toronto is, also the capital of Canada, Ottawa. I highly recommend going to this beautiful country. Very friendly nation, as is Australia. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. Don't go anywhere as we're set for tip. Australia will be taking on Canada. Well, if you had to pick one team right now, Dylan, for this game, who would be your favorites?
I would still say Canada are the favourites, but these two teams have had incredible games against each other in the past. Most notably at the last World Championships, I was able to call that game, and that was a 2-point affair back in 2018. That actually went to overtime at the last World Championships. Meanwhile, it's Young and Munro Cook in for the tip.
Well, Canada currently playing in black, red, and white. Australia in the infamous green and gold. We're going to get this one underway. Australians will have the first possession. Trying to push the tempo early on with this one. Tempo will be key, trying to get this in the paint. Australia now being put under heavy pressure here from the Canadian defense. Trying to orchestrate something here, finding it inside the key. The shot is up and an easy 2 points. First ice breaking by the Aussies.
Yeah, that's a great start for Munro Cook and the Aussie Gliders. First points of the game.
Gliders getting first 2 points. Can the Canadians get a response here early on? Well up with the ball in their hands, giving this one up. Yanis starting this time. Hasn't played a lot so far here for the Canadians, but well, it goes up. Front iron, can't get it. Rebound secured by the Gliders.
And it's Merritt. big strong to grab that rebound.
Aussie's trying to build on the momentum, trying to get the energy going on early. Simple pick and roll down the middle. She's got to finish it. And just too strong off the backboard.
And I'll be looking to generate an offense quickly.
Willett now, bit of time and space, missed the last one. No problem with this one, tying it up. Canada break ice already with Cindy Willett.
Yeah, that's a great score from Willett, the Canadian veteran, 4-time Paralympian.
Canadians putting on the full court pressure. Australia just breaking it down now. Merritt here, going all the way. She's going to use the backboard. An easy little response there. Great job by the Australians breaking down the full court press.
Yeah, that was great there by Merritt. Canadians can't afford to let her have those easy chances going forward in this game.
Australia trying to be physical here on defense. Going to a pick and roll sequence. They're going to have to defend. Canada trying to tie the game up. Shot is up, no good. And a quick transition here by the Aussies. The paint is open. The lane is free. And again, now it's a 6-2 lead to the Australians.
And that's a great shot there from Dodd, the 1-point classification player. And that was a great finish to get that layup to go for Dodd.
Canada just trying to settle into the game, trying to find an identity. The shot is no good. Horton with the offensive rebound. Caught between two players. Counted! As she gets the and one, she'll go to the free throw line. And that's why the second chance points are so important here. Aaron Young, can she make this a three-point play?
Yeah, and that's trademark for Young, but that work was all done there by Horton to grab that offensive rebound, dishes it to Young, and Young finishes. And Young from Legal, Alberta. First one is good. The three-point play is good for Young. Young plays over in Wiesbaden in Germany for the Rhine River Rhinos.
Canada again trying to pile on the pressure, trying to make it difficult for the Australians. But the Aussies, so principled, so disciplined. Merritt going for a tough shot, way too strong off the backboard. And now the Canadians will try to break.
And Willett, great pace here from the veteran Willett.
Willett fakes this now, going down the wing to give a go play in the lane. And again, Canada taking the lead. Sharing is caring as they build up a beautiful isolation.
And that was a beautiful two-man game from Canada on that last play. Gliders will look to respond.
Yanis giving Canada a 1-point lead, Can the Australians respond? Merritt's been fantastic so far, getting it to the middle, breaking down the full court press. Now she'll go down the lane, finds a bit of an opening, but again, too strong, and an offensive rebound. Aussies, can they retake the lead? Shot is up, but again, nothing dropping here for the Gliders. Young being stopped by the intense defense by Merritt. Willett, she's been fantastic so far. Nice dive under the basket, gets it back. Good ball movement. Are you kidding me? Again, showtime coming from the Canadians.
Yeah, Aaron Young really feeling herself in this game. That gives Canada a 3-point lead. And when you look at the comparison between these two teams, you look at Merritt, she certainly had the speed advantage compared to the Canadian bigs, but Canadian bigs certainly have the power advantage.
Well, Australia getting Merritt to half court, trying to break down this full court pressure. Merritt looking very dangerous. She puts up the shot, gets the roll, and cuts it down to a 1-point ball game. 6 minutes ago here in the first quarter. IWBF World Championship live here in the United Arab Emirates. Canada still with a 1-point lead. Young getting caught in the tracks here, just trying to give this one up. Yanis, good ball movement continuing from the Canadians, but the end product just not there.
Yeah, that was good luck, but just Young unfortunate there with that finish.
The Aussies with a chance to retake the lead. Monroe Cook gets caught in the tracks, finding Merritt, and now Australia retake the lead. The first team to meet double digits here in the first quarter.
And there you see the primary offense for the Gliders being generated by Merritt as Canada look to reply. It's a 1-point ball game. Gliders
Great tempo between these two teams, moving the ball effectively. Young here, trying to use the ball screen. Finding Yanis. Willett thought about taking the three-pointer. 2 seconds left. Young's got to put it up. End the shot clock. And again, a very poor foul to give away by Monroe Cook as Aaron Young will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Australia did everything defensively great there against Canada, but the final few seconds, the foul against Monroe Cook committed now sends Aaron Young to the free throw line. She ties the game up. Probably didn't. How important will free throws be in this game?
Yeah, very, very important. Crucial chances here, and Young makes both. And that's good for Young. You know, we saw her complete the three-point play earlier. She just nailed 2 there. So high shooting from the line for Canada at the free throw line.
Poisson line now coming into the game here for Canada. Horton just takes a breather, trying to go through the rotations. And an offensive foul. Well, costly turnover there for the Australians, unable to break down the intense pressure coming from the Canadians' four-court press.
Yeah, and that offensive foul will give the Canadians some momentum going in. It definitely boosts their confidence.
Sideline ball now to Team Canada. 4:43 to go here in the first quarter. Canadians with a chance now to try to stretch their lead. They've led by as many as 2 points. Led by this young lady, Aaron Young. Young coming off one screen. Giving the ball up, finding Elodie Tessier. Good ball again for Canada. And every time they share the ball, they come up with a big bucket.
Fantastic play from Willett and lovely pass from Tessier there. Like you say, Josh, great ball movement by the Canadians so far in this game. 3-point lead, Canada.
Foul has been committed by Cindy Willett. So far, Aaron Young leading the scoring in this game with 7 points. Amber Merritt leading Australia with 6. The Aussies do have 3 team fouls, so they don't want to get into foul trouble too early.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Canada yet to commit a foul here in the first quarter.
Both teams will be eager not to get in foul trouble for sure.
Monroe Cook now thinks about it. Under 10 here on the shot clock. Just tries to go a little bit closer off the back iron. Now Canada can try to push this. Well, with a bit of time and space. She's not going to take an early one. Maybe she will. Just off to the left.
No good there for Willett. Perhaps a little bit rushed on that attempt. Canada had plenty of time left, but Willett took the early one.
Merritt trying to get a ball reversal. Australia trying to get into the rhythms. Monroe Cook finds a bit of time and space, can't get it. That's going to go out of bounds. I think that's going to be Australia ball on the baseline.
As Tessier will inbound.
Well, possession's actually been overturned. It will be ball back to Canada. Canadians with a chance now to make this a double-digit lead. Young getting a ball screen now, finding Willett down the middle. Takes a wide open look and again sinks it. Now Canada lead by 5 here, 15-10.
Yeah, Willett just very wise, a real, old school head for this Canadian side is Willett. Been around the game a long time, has Willett. So nice transition up the floor for the Aussies.
Well, the and one will be counted, so the Australians with a chance to cut this down to a one-possession game. As the and one has been converted by number 22, Martin. Now we'll do Australia's confidence a lot of good here to try and chip back in. They don't want the deficit to get too big as the Canadians are playing some good basketball.
Martin to the line for the Gliders. Could make this a 2-point game.
Well, the basket Interesting. I'm not quite sure. Unless they've said the foul wasn't on the shooter, but should be an and one here for Martin. But
Dennis and Vinci into the game for the Gliders.
Well, if you are just joining us on the live YouTube stream, please can you give us a like and a follow on the IWBF YouTube. And please let us know, where are you watching in the world? Are you supporting Australia or are you supporting Canada? Now Australia with a chance to cut it down to 1 point. Just too much.
And that's great defense there from Young. But Australia get the offensive rebound, no baskets. But it remains with the Gliders.
Foul has been called against Canadians now. So it will be a baseline possession to the Australians. 14 on the shot clock. 2:48 to go here in the first quarter. What can the Gliders get from this offense?
Merritt makes it. It's a great score there from Merritt. Canada will look to come back.
Well, Dandeneau now. She's been arguably the best player so far here for Canada. She had a very good performance yesterday against Great Britain. Trying to find Young. It's going to be a turnover. No. I think Aaron Young made the inclination. She thought it was going to go back to Australia, but it will be Canada ball on the baseline.
You can see from the body language of Young, she was frustrated with that, but nevertheless, it's Canada ball.
Dandeneau trying to go baseline. Give and go here with Giannis. Now can stretch the lead. Now it's a three-point lead. Canada, again, exemplifying excellence here at the highest level of the 2022 IWBF World Championship.
Yeah, that was such a nice play, simple play there from Canada. Nice two-man game, and Gliders come back with it.
One thing the Australians are doing a good job of, trying to break the full court pressure now. Merritt takes a long shot, gets her own rebound. Gliders now want to cut this down to 1 point. Draws the foul, so she will go to the free throw line. That is a good way to chip into the deficit. Australia will be rewarded with 2 free shots. That is number 6, Dodd, who was fantastic in their opening game.
And Dodd, big pressure on these free throws to potentially make it a 1 point game. Dodd had a great season in Treviso over in Italy last season. She's just signed for German side Zwickau this season as the Sydney native. Makes the first.
Well, free throws will be imperative in this game for both these two teams. Just have to step up and make them. Kind of get the feeling with these two how great they are. Could go right down to the wire because they're almost equally matched.
Yeah, they always have fantastic games against each other. That's great from Dodd to sink both of those. It's a 1 point ball game.
Under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Dandeneau hasn't got things going, but Merritt's good defense has prevented her from getting any open looks. And again, good defense by the Gliders. There you can see Inglis. Now they're trying to get in the run. They have numbers. Dodd here just trying to slow down. No need to rush anything, but finding Merritt. Merritt puts a shot up and the bank is open. Australia take the lead.
Yeah, nice cob heads by the Gliders. That gives them a 1 point lead with 1:20 remaining in the first. On the previous plays, it just seemed like Canada have gotten a bit frustrated. They've let their frustrations get to them a bit too much. Nevertheless, it's Giannis on the inbound for the Canadians.
Well, both teams with 3 team fouls so far. 1 foul to give each, so they could take that gamble early on if they want. Ideally, they'll probably want to go in with the lead into the second quarter.
Back and forth affair between these two teams.
Canada now trying to build up their offense. Poisson lies. She puts up the shot, can't get it. Gets her own rebound. But Merritt this time is able to take care of the boards. Australia, can they build on the lead? Inglis trying to lob this down low. And Australia unable to build on the momentum. Now with under 50 seconds here, Canada potentially could go 2 for 1. Young has numbers. Gets this one ahead. Tessier missing. Contested layup. Good defense by the Gliders.
but it's picked up by Young.
Merritt getting her own rebound. Chance, she put the putback. And the Aussies have the biggest lead they've had so far of 3 points. But Canada, if they get the last one, they will get the final attempt of the first quarter. Dandido now. No need to rush this. Trying to find Aaron Young. Well, she's going to go for the quick one. And now that wasn't the right shot because Australia, they have a bit of time left. Can they push this? Merritt's got to force it up. Half court. And doesn't get it off in time. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, Australia lead this 20-17 against Team Canada. So far, good tempo to this game.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely two of the big powerhouses in the women's game are these two teams. Gliders playing really well. Frustration's getting a little bit too much for Canada, but hopefully Coach Abbott Peter will talk it over with our team and calm them down. Coach Campbell for the Gliders will just want to keep them up, have them keep up this good tempo, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, big tempo of this game, of course. Australia with Merritt, of course. Two things they're doing a good job with her. Getting into the half court when they're trying to break the full court pressure, but also feel like she's been a good rim protector, almost like a solid insurance policy for the Australians.
Yeah. She's got big height, has Merritt, and that will come up well against the likes of Dandenau and Young.
We've got 1 minute till we return here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching live on the YouTube stream, please can you like the stream, subscribe to IWBF on YouTube. Also, can you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. This is the 2022 IWBF World Championship hosted by the United Arab Emirates. We're live here in the Dubai World Trade Center. At the moment, Australia with a 3-point lead. We will return in just over 40 seconds. Well, I must give a shout out to the MVP fan, Boris Krenitz, who's been watching every single game. And again, why is he the MVP? I can tell you now, Boris loves the IWBF. Shout out to Boris. Boris, please share your Instagram. The fans need to know who you are. And also, Angus C says, go Aussies. Welcome to Chris Ryan supporting Ryan Nation. Let's get the second quarter underway. Dandido here hasn't got things going, but Australia's defense has prevented it. Well, I spoke too soon because Dandido, a bit of time and space, nothing but net for the mid-range.
And Dandido starts to heat up now. She's had a great season over in Italy for Porto Torres.
Well, Merritt doesn't lack confidence. Can she make this one? Again, drills it. What a response there by Amber Merritt.
Back and forth affair here in this game. You love to see it, Josh.
Absolutely, of course. I mean, two good teams really battling for each other. And this is what the IWBF World Championship's all about. Getting the best countries. Dandido, are you kidding me? From downtown, nails it.
Yeah, Dandido with a big three there. Gives Canada some momentum. It's a tie ball game now, courtesy of Dandido's three.
Merritt caught in a bit of traffic here. Tie game. Aussies trying to retake the lead. 3 seconds left. Have to force it up. Back iron. Dandido with a rebound. Elodie Tessier throws up the dime. Final well. It's going to be a foul against Merritt. Well, the health and safety of our athletes here at the IWBF World Championship is a top priority, but one thing you should know about Cindy Weld is that she is tough as nails. She gets right back up.
Yeah, nice to see a show of respect there between Merritt and Willette. Obviously, a few players that have known each other for many years, played against each other so many times.
Amber Merritt currently top scorer in this game with 14 points. She's been leading the way, but with athletes like such as Amber Merritt, she's the model of excellence for all athletes to look up and to aspire to. Can the Canadians retake the lead? Well, it takes the baseline shot. It's up, and it's good, giving Canada a 2-point lead.
And that's a great confidence booster for the Canadians.
Well, Canada have left their paint wide open. The shot is up, and again, rains it from 18 feet.
Yeah, that's a long two from Dodd, and she's got great range. It's not often you see 1-point classification players with that range, but Dodd has it. Dandenau, another three.
Dandenau tries to take the three-pointer, can't get it, and that goes out of bounds. It will be possession back to the Australians, and a chance for them to get an opportunity to retake the lead. Monroe Cook trying to organize something in the backcourt, trying to be a floor general. Inglis looking for a bit of time, bit of separation. She takes it, she fires it, and Australia at the moment, they are cooking.
Oh, that's a great shot there from the Gliders.
Well, it left with a bit of time and space. Nobody went to stop her. And again, she punishes Australia's lackluster defense. You cannot leave Cindy Well wide open.
Definitely not. Well, it'll make you pay. Make you pay. She scores for the Canadians. Merritt looks to reply, gets it back and forth.
Well, Amber Merritt there, you can see again. I mean, she is becoming too dominant here. 16 points already, and we got 7 more minutes to play in the first half. It's an MVP performance already from Amber Merritt. Dandenau trying to come around one screen. Draws a bit of contact. That will not count, but it doesn't go in. Foul is on the ground. Baseline ball will be coming for Team Canada.
And just something to add, Josh, there's a Commonwealth rivalry between these two squads. It was Canada women that took the Commonwealth gold last year against the Aussies in the final in 3x3 action. So, huge rivalry between these two sides.
Baseline possession to Team Canada. Tamara Steves will inbound this. Dandenau getting a reversal here to Wellet. She made a last shot, doesn't get this one, a little bit short. Merritt comes up with it. Can she push it in transition? Tries to go by Quest online. I think that's going to go out of bounds, but it still will be Gliders ball on the baseline. Aussies inbound is to Monroe Cook. Cook takes from the mid-range. Offensive rebound. Amber alert! Let me tell you something. When you have your last donut, you better call box out, because Amber Merritt, she goes in for every offensive rebound.
Canadians just need to tighten up their defense and stop the likes of Merritt. She's been on fire for the Gliders so far.
Dandenau spinning around, trying to go baseline. Looking for options. Good ball movement here from Canada. Well, it tries again. Front iron, too short. Now the Gliders are trying to push, but look at the hustle there. But they're going to call foul against Cindy Wellet. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Australia with a 2-possession lead.
Good pressure now by the Canadians. Ball finds Monroe Cook.
Finding Merritt one more time. Amber alert. You better call timeout or something, because now Australia have the biggest lead of the game at 6 points. The Canadians, they need some inspiration. Can they get it from Katie Dandenau? Pulls up for the three-pointer. 3 is up. 3 is good. Making it rain. And just like she did yesterday against Team G, pour in the maple syrup.
Gliders look to generate now. They look to respond. Dodd up. No good.
Dandenau now trying to push this one. Can she get some momentum? 3-point game. Mumps to the defense, takes a mid-range, and single-handedly taking this game over. Katie Dandenau not allowing Australia to run away with this.
And Dandenong now makes it a 1-point ball game.
Well, Amber Alert trying for the mid-range, and a rarity there. You see her missing. She's been excellent so far with 20 points. Cindy Willett having to get the ball up the court. It's going to be an 8-second violation. Throws the long one and turns it over.
Yeah, good, incredible defensive pressure from the gliders there to stop Canada getting that offense. But unfortunately, they can't convert in their half.
Australia about to make a double change. Well, checking in for the Australians, we're about to have a timeout. Number 12 for the Gliders.
Inglis.
Georgia Inglis, and we've got a timeout now. These two teams want to talk it over. We'll be back momentarily.
Yeah, it's a 1-point ball game. Back and forth affair like we predicted.
Well, checking into the game was number 4, Sarah Vinci. 1-point lead to the Australians, under 4.5. Merritt putting the shot up, hit the back iron, can't get it. Now the Canadians will try to push.
Good pressure now from Inglis on Willett. She knows Willett's a threat. Willett makes her way around Inglis.
Willett now trying to find a bit of separation. Lob pass, 3 seconds left. Dandenong, top of the key. The Australians survived that offense. Under 4 minutes. Aussies leading by 1.
Gliders look for their options. They find Merritt. Merritt inside Vinci.
Well, caught up in a jump ball there. That's going to be possession back to the Australians. So the Australians will get this baseline ball, but you can see, you like the physicality of this game. Two teams really competing with each other.
Yeah, definitely. But Vinci just swarmed there by those bigs. And that's the dangerous side of the pick and roll. Is like, if you're a 1-pointer going in, you risk the chance of being swarmed like Vinci was there. And then it'll be Glider's ball from the end line.
Monroe Cook now getting inbound. Wide open shot, and again, hits nothing, a bit short. Dandenong will try to push this one. Can the Canadians retake the lead here? One thing you don't want to do is give Katie Dandenong any time or space. Getting a ball reversal. Well, it puts up the shot, and he retakes the lead for the Canadians. And the Bank of Canada is open for Cindy Willett. Merritt now thinks about it. Throws for the long one. Shot is up. She's been 0 for 3 in her last 3 attempts. Has she cooled down? Can she find that rhythm back? It's now Dandenong will try to extend Canada's lead. Goes for the fadeaway, puts it up, and doesn't get the roll on, but the offensive rebound. Second time lucky maybe for Katie Dandenong. Gets a handoff here with Cindy Willett. Willett goes down the middle. Goes in with a hook shot. Too much.
And we see shots not dropping for both teams on the previous offenses. Perhaps nerves getting to the teams, Josh?
Absolutely, probably. You're absolutely right. I mean, look, composure is the key thing, because when you play at such a high level, you always want to play calm and collect. I mean, there's no real need to push the panic button right now.
One-point ball game. Canadians lead.
Trying to lob pass. Amber near the basket. She's much better when she's in the paint. Again, continues to exemplify the definition of excellence.
And that's a nice convert from the Amber Alert. I'm going to steal that one, Josh.
Canada now trailing by 1. These two teams exchanging field goals. Like on the Basketball Stock Exchange market, the question will be, who will have the higher interest rate at the end of the first half? Young caught up, 7 on the shot clock. Goes off the backboard, no good. Monroe Cook with a rebound.
Inglis takes it up, guarded by Young.
Finding Monroe Cook here in the paint. Wide open. Well, maybe there was a bit of contact there, but a good block possibly. Now Canada, without Katie Dadden on the floor. They do have Elodie Tessier along with Cindy Wellett, but they need other players to step in and step up. Wellett tries to give and go, finds Poisson Lai. She puts it up, hits nothing.
Gliders now look to generate.
Finds Amber Merritt. Merritt gives us one up. Shots top of the key, no good, but an offensive rebound by the Gliders. Fresh 14. Merritt baseline, puts up another one. And let me tell you something, how do you spell Amber Merritt's name? 3 letters. Right now it could be MVP for this game.
Yeah, for sure, John. Merritt just there, nothing but net on that last play.
Well, that's only the second team foul for the Australians. 39.9 seconds left, so it will be a sideline ball to the Canadians.
Gliders with a 3-point lead. Less than a minute to go.
Young left wide open, takes a 3, doesn't get it. Merritt with a rebound. Merritt using the screen now, trying to just make a little bit of separation. They go for another lone one. It's up, no good. Canada, 13 seconds, can't get the last shot here in the first half. Well, they're trying to take this in transition. Canada trailing by 3 points. 5 seconds left. Well, it's got to get something going. Finds Tessie. She's got to shoot it. Shot is up. No good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is the Gliders, Australia, who have a 3-point lead here against Canada, 36-33. This is the 2022 IWBF World Championship, hosted by the United Arab Emirates. We're live here in the Dubai World Trade Center. I'm Josh Bett, alongside the great Dylan Cummings. We'll be back in under 15 minutes for the second half.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half about to get underway here between Team Canada and Australia. Australians, the Gliders they're known as, leading by 3 points. So far, it's been a good game, though.
Yeah, definitely. A very close game. I didn't anticipate it being this close, but I'm happy that it is because it's, closer the better in my opinion.
Well, Amber Merritt leading the way so far for the Australians. This is impressive. Collectively as a team, 36 points, but she is leading the way with 24. Dylan, the thing I like about it is that she does such a good job of is one-on-one breaking the full court pressure, but also getting into the paint and becoming very dangerous for the Gliders.
Yeah. Definitely uses her height to her advantage. Also, got a good outside shot as well, decent range for the 4.5. That's my player. And she's been playing the game a long time now. Won the silver medal back in 2012. So she's only 30 years old. A veteran in her own right.
Sydney Weller leading the way for the Canadians with 12 points. Katie Dandino with 10. And also Aaron Young chipping in 7. Didn't score in the second quarter. The Canadians, if they are to win this game, they need to take care of the Amber Alert, but also make sure they get more people involved. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2022 IWBF World Championship. Make sure you like the live stream, please. Also give us a follow on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. IWBF Basketball brought to you by the World Federation. The Australians, of course, the tempo to their game has been very key, but also the offensive rebounding. Some of the key factors as well have led the way here, but it won't be long until Katie Dandino starts to really start cooking in this game. And it will be the Canadians who have the first possession of the second half. Canada want to get a first good possession here. Pick and roll sequence with Wellick. Good passing. Horton goes off the backboard, but too strong on that one. Gliders knocked out of bounds, so it will be Canada ball with only 14 on the shot clock. Gliders didn't have full possession, so no reset at 24.
Yeah, but still a fresh 14 will give them plenty of chance to generate an offense.
Well, the officials have overturned the decision, so it will go back to the Aussies.
Gliders with a chance to extend their lead.
Merritt looking to go handoff here with Inglis. 24 points to the superstar. Mid-range, doesn't get it, but another offensive rebound. Well, this is where Amber Merritt's been dangerous under the basket and just finds its way to the bottom of the net.
Yeah, that bucket gets the shooting floor there, and Merritt with another 2. It's a 5-point ball game.
Dandino trying to go down the middle. Just trying a little bit of separation there. Doesn't get it, and the rebound secured by the Gliders. 5-point lead to the Australians. Merritt trying to break quick here. Goes up, draws a foul. Count it! And she gets the +1. She'll be going to the free throw line here for the 3-point play. And a chance to make this an 8-point ball game, the biggest it's been so far here in this game.
Yeah, that's huge momentum for the Aussie side as they're out to a 7-point lead. And it's Martin to the line for the bonus bucket. It's good. Everything going Gliders' way in so far in this quarter, Josh.
Well, they're now trying to push the tempo. Canada needs something. Trying to find Katie Dandino in the paint. Goes for a tough one. Hits the side of the backboard. Now the Aussies can break.
Yeah, I think Dandino is going to need another big performance here in this game with the way it's going.
Merritt 26. Doesn't get that one. You would expect her to make that. Merritt making every effort to get back on defense. Bit of a give and go play here between Elodie Tessier. They got to make this shot. The shot is up, but again, nothing dropping for the Canadians.
Didn't expect the margin to be this big so early on in the quarter. And Merritt with another bucket just further extends their lead.
Well, Amber Merritt at the moment, she's putting on a clinic here. If you are a young player, take note of the beautiful shooting form. She's simply dominating this game. Deep threes coming up, and again, no good. Canada, double-digit lead here for the Australians. Gliders looking to extend.
Canada just rushed the offense there on that last attempt. Gliders come back with it.
Merritt from the mid-range. Are you kidding me? Amber Merritt. Amber Roulette has been going all game long, but at the moment, she is cooking in this game with 30 points. Dandido, they need a response here. Front iron, gets her own rebound, and a much-needed 2 points there for the Canadians.
Yeah, you mentioned Amber Alert there, Josh, but she's heating up to be red hot in this game.
Monroe Cook now trying to find her own space, and down the middle. Again, the defense giving her too much time and space. Dandido aggressively secures the rebound. Tessier finding Cindy Wellett. A bucket here will cut it down to single digits. Dandido downtown takes it. Can't get it, but trying to get her own offensive rebound. Can she keep it alive?
She does.
Does just that.
That's great hustle there from Dandido.
Well, it would have been a time, bit of contact, no foul called. Again, Canada unable to secure the offensive rebound. Again, Amber Merritt, even with 30 points, still looking for every opportunity. I mean, she is a phenomenal player, as you mentioned, Paralympian experience. But can Katie Dandido and Canada get themselves back in? 5:50 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Josh, I'm very interested that we haven't seen Young back into the game for the Canadians. It would make more sense for them to have Dandido and Young on the floor at the same time. Willett with the ball for the Canadians.
Willett from the mid-range draws a foul. And again, much needed 2 free throws coming up for Team Canada. They need points. Chance to cut this down to single digits. The Australians have been simply spectacular here in the third quarter.
And Willett will go to the line to shoot 2. The Quebec City native plays for Gladiators Laval in the Canadian League. And Willett, a 4-time Paralympian. Young replaces Dandido. They go sub for sub. They don't play them both at the same time, which is interesting.
Well, Willett just missing the first free throw. She can become the Canadians' top scorer if she makes the second one. And also will need this to cut it down to single digits. Currently a 10-point lead to the Australians. Misses both.
Monroe Cook now with pace.
Monroe Cook finding a bit of an opening. Goes to court to Inglis. No problem. And Australia gliding away with this one with a 12-point lead. Gliders in total control.
Yeah, that was a great finish from Inglis. No defense there out on Inglis from the Canadians. Young.
Cross court here, Elodie Tessier. Australia's defense becoming very tough to break down. Aaron Young tries to go for the mid-range, puts it up, rattles its way in and out. Another offensive rebound. Can Weller get something? Yes, she can. And that was seriously needed mentally and emotionally to keep Canada in this game.
Yeah, and that was a good defensive rebound there from Tessier and dishes it to Willett with a score. Lovely from the Canadians.
Well, Weller putting a hand in the cookie jar. Merritt comes up with it. Makes the pass in the lane. Front iron doesn't get it. And a jump ball violation. That's going to be possession back to Australia because Canada had the very first possession of the third quarter. So if the arrow stays the way it does, the Canadians will get the first possession of the fourth. And that being said, if another jump ball doesn't happen, Merritt give and go with Inglis. Trying to go with a layup. Too much on it.
Good defense there from Young on Dodd. She comes away with it for Canada.
Willett getting a handoff with Aaron Young. Canada want to go to single digits. Back to a play. Good hands from Emma Merritt. Inglis being heavily divided by Cindy Willett. Willett with the suffocated defense. Inglis, time, space, fires. Doesn't get it. Young with a rebound. Now Willett can push this. No one with her in transition except for Horton on the left. Willett hesitates mid-range, but again, everything becoming a bit of a struggle here for Team Canada.
Remains a 10-point ball game. The Gliders with the lead. Nice transition up the floor. No good for Martin.
Well, that was a wide open layup there and a good opportunity for the Gliders to make a 12-point lead. But Canada again. Can they make the most of this opportunity? Can they get a good counter? Young fires downtown, takes it, doesn't get it. Well with the offensive rebound, and that's what Canada needs. Second chance points, and Australia, they're going to call timeout pretty soon. And the Australian coach is infuriated because he called timeout and the table was too slow to react. So we're going to have a timeout now, or I believe it will be a slight delay in game, so maybe the timeout's not going to be called yet. But clearly, Australia's coach, Craig Campbell, was disappointed that he didn't get the timeout.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised by the body language of some of the Canadians. You know, their heads went down, but Willett picked up the rebound, and the other players' heads were down when she scored. So it's like still possible to come back from this with the time that's left on the clock for Canada. And just they need to get the positive vibes up within their team.
Monroe Cook trying to go ahead of a dud. I'm not sure where they came off. I think it came off the Canadian players. So 7 here for the Gliders. Gliders need to push forward. Amber, well, it's going to be a killer here for the Canada. Oh, she missed it. What could have been a potential dagger now could come back to haunt the Australians. Gliders, will they pay for their mistakes? Willett, mid-range, takes it. Got it! Cutting it down to a 6-point ball game. And all of a sudden, slowly but surely, Canada getting back into this one. Australia is going to call timeout. But Craig Campbell now disappointed because he canceled the timeout he called originally. And now there's a bit of confusion. He doesn't want the timeout, so no. Play will continue. 6-point ball game. Australia 47, Canada 41.
And both these teams can, you know, easily come back from deficits like this. We've seen it from Canada. We're likely to see it from Australia.
Well, now the timeout has been given. So Craig Campbell does go with the timeout now. Well, his team have missed some wide open looks that could have easily closed his game off here in the third quarter, but you know, they've just invited Canada to get back in it.
Yeah. I mean, the last shot there from Dodd, it was big pressure Willett caught up with her at the end there, so it was huge pressure. But yeah, the shot from Martin, she was wide open. Sometimes they just don't convert. That's just how it is sometimes, you know.
The Australians at the moment riding a Canadian winter storm. The question is, can they ride the storm long enough to stay in control of this game? 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. 6-point lead to the Gliders.
And Amber Alert will need to be on alert for these Canadians.
Absolutely.
Coming up very soon.
Amber Merritt with the ball in her hands. Nice give and go play, wide open. Can they get this one? And now eventually the Australians, a simple pick and roll action, extend the lead again.
For Isabel Martin, a newcomer to this Aussie Gliders team. And it's Willett back on the attack for the Canadians.
Well, it goes to the mid-range, draws a foul. She'll go to the free throw line. It's only the second team foul ready for Australia here in the third quarter. Canada only with one as well, but Both teams just enjoying a bit of freedom here in this quarter.
Third personal foul for Isabel Martin, and it's Willette, Quebec City native, to the line. It's good on the first.
Just off the left there, Canada unable to get the offensive rebound. 7-point ball game. Canadians have trailed by as many as 12. Gliders. 90 seconds left here. Trying to find Monroe Cook. Six seconds left on the clock. Can Cook get something? Finding Amber Merritt. Inglis on the baseline. Takes it. Doesn't get it. Young with a rebound. Willett finding Aaron Young. Young takes a shot. Nothing but net. Now it's a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, no Young starting to heat up for this Canadian side. That's what they'll need as we're nearing the end of the fourth.
Well, good passing by the Gliders. And again, an easy layup. Gliders make a 7-point ball game. That could be a potential 2-for-1 for Australia. They got to get stopped here on defense. But Aaron Young leading with Cindy Willett. No Katie Danido on the floor.
Nice interception from Inglis.
Well, here comes the 2-for-1. Australia, can they make Team Canada pay? Monroe Cook sizing up her options. Foul's going to be committed. And that's only the second team foul against Canada here in the third quarter. Sideline ball here to the Gliders. 19.8 seconds, 4.8 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Can Australia get one last possession? Under the basket again. Punishment coming from the Aussies. What was a 5-point lead, now is a 9-point deficit. Canada's got to get inbounded, got to be quick.
Yeah, that was just a lack of defense for Canada on that last play.
Young now, force up a Hail Mary. Oh my goodness. Well, the Bank of Canada just closed a few minutes ago, but Aaron Young almost got the final bucket there in the third quarter. Well, we'll be back in 2 minutes for the fourth and final quarter here. here, the IWBF World Championship. Canada currently trailing by 9 points here to the Gliders, Australia. And again, they turn it over. It was the right idea. Aaron Young going back door. The Gliders will get it back and a chance to make this a double-digit lead.
Yeah, not the best start for Canada.
Well, Katie Dandenau's going to have to pick up Inglis, but again, it's another shot under the basket. Another wasted opportunity there. The Aussies could have stretched the lead to double digits. A 3-second violation, another turnover.
Gliders elated with that call. You hear a loud cheer from their bench.
Well, an offensive foul, and again, bit of a sloppy passage of play there by the Gliders. Now is an important time for them. With 9 points, they want to build as much as possible. Don't give Canada the belief they can come back in this. But the Canadians now with another chance, and they must believe in themselves.
As Giannis will come into the play, Steve's possession switching back and forth in this fourth quarter. Tessier will end on for the Canadians.
Young in the lane now, can't get it. Rebound secured. Good look, but can't finish it.
And that's great from Monroe Cook, keeping the ball away from the Canadians. Gliders advance up the floor, tough pressure from Canada.
Gliders now trying to build in this. Dodd here with the ball. Gives this one up. Vincey, top, takes it, nails it. Now it's 11-point lead. That one was from 15 feet, easily tucked away.
And the Gliders low pointers have been really pushing for their side. Obviously, it's Merritt leading the way, but the low pointers have chipped in.
Well, what a response there by Katie Dandenau. And all that does right now, settle the nerves of the Canadian players. But defensively, they need to be collective. They need to be disciplined because they need to come up with loose balls. But again, Amber Alert comes into play, 32 points. A little bit quiet in the third quarter, but just gets herself into a very dangerous position. A good response by the Gliders.
Yeah, and Merritt has had an absolutely fantastic game for the Gliders. 32 points personal.
Dandenau trying to give a go. Good passing here. Can they finish? And Giannis, much more crisp from the Canadians when they share the ball much better. Well, the pass was mistimed there, but Dodd comes up with it. Vincey under the basket, and again, sharing is caring. And the Aussies, they just love to rack up the points.
And defense, it just hasn't been on point for the Canadians. And Gliders capitalizing left, right, and center. Travel called on Young. Gliders get the ball back.
Young turning it over. 11-point lead to the Gliders. Merritt trying to set the ball screen. Dodd sizes up her options here. Finds Inglis. Inglis left wide open. Why not? Doesn't go for it. Goes another pick and roll. Inglis makes Canada pay. And now the deficit gets bigger. 13 points. Timeout here to the Canadians. They need to talk it over because they got a problem. The Gliders, I think a timeout has been called, but now the timeout has been called, so Canada will talk it over as they have a big problem. Inglis, Dodd, and Vincey. We talked about the Amber Alert, but the big trio, they are trying to cool the game off here for the Gliders.
And it's still possible for the Canadians to potentially tie up the game, but they're going to need to have everything fall their way in the remaining 6.5 minutes. And judging by how it's gone today, that doesn't look very likely.
.6:39 to go, 13-point deficit. Canada trying to rally themselves. Australia taking a bit more time. Not a lot of words there in the timeout with Mami Albert Peter. Maybe just saying to her players, right now it's about pride. It's now or never. Every offense will count. Every defensive possession needs to be well timed and calculated. Now the Canadians do have 4 fouls to give until they officially put Australia in the penalty, so they can take some gambles on defense if they have to. Dansno, bit of time and space. 3 is up, no good. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound. Baseline shot, no good. Wellick can't secure the rebound. Well, Giannis just goes in aggressively. A slight issue with the clock. And the officials just trying to figure out how to fix this issue. Well, with slight technical difficulty, we're just trying to figure out here, but it's 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Canada trailing by 13 points to the Australian Gliders.
And this technical difficulty doesn't help the players in either situation, you know, tense. 6 minutes to go here in this game, and unfortunate that we're having a technical issue. Meanwhile, while we have this technical timeout, Josh, there's a big game coming up tonight in the men's competition, GB versus USA.
Well, that is going to be a clash of the Titans, I like to call it. USA and the United Kingdom, 2 powerhouses. I don't want to predict that one, but I want to say it's going to go right down to the wire in my mind.
Yeah, I think it will be. I don't want to predict it either. I think it's on track to be the best pool game or the best group game of this competition. Just a reminder that that's at 18:45 local time over on court 1. Great Britain versus USA men. Should be a great game.
Can you send that to me? Well, they're trying to find Dandido. Mid-range, takes it, doesn't get it. And right now, it's just not dropping for the Canadians. They're getting good looks, but they're unable to capitalize.
Yeah, not quite sure why Young is off the floor for the Canadians, as adding Young at this point would give them a bit more height. But
5 seconds left. And again, too many wide open looks for the Gliders. And they punish Canada. Canada played well in this game. Confidence has been knocked through to the missed shots they've had. But again, it's really tough when nothing's dropping. But can they get something? It's not over yet. Well, it takes a mid-range. Front high, can't get it. Giannis can't get the offensive rebound.
And this has just been great for the Gliders. Obviously, Merit leading the way, but their low pointers have really put in the work. You know, the likes of Dodd, Vinci, and Martin as well. All 1 point classification players working really hard for the Gliders. And trust me, I know how hard it is to be a 1.0 in the game of wheelchair basketball.
Still by Wellet. Wellet now. Can she capitalize? They need something quick. Plenty of time left. 5 minutes. Wellet down the middle. Trying to dish off Dandido. Give and go. Giannis now. Takes it. Still can't get it. They're getting the good looks. It's just not dropping.
Yeah.
But they have to keep believing in themselves.
Yeah, just not being able to convert have the Canadians.
8-second violation. And it's plays like this for Canada they must take positives from. Showing heart, desire, determination, forcing Australia to turn it over. So the Canadians will get it back, but it will be 14 seconds on the shot clock. Not a fresh 24. Dandido kicking out the Wellick. Got to make this one. Shot is up. Again, not dropped, but an offensive rebound. And you have to feel for these players. They're playing hard. They're playing with spirit. They are playing well, but it just isn't going in for them. Merritt takes a long one. Shot is up. Traveling violation. Gliders turning it over. 15 points is deficit. 4 minutes. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And do you see any possible situation where the Canadians could come back at this point?
Never say never, but again, if they're going to do it, it's got to start now. They must get something. Dandido under the basket. And again, just not going in. Gets on rebound. Finally, Canada able to peg back. 13 points is the deficit.
Inglis carries the ball forward for the Gliders. Vinci wide open. Pressured from Dandenau. That's good defense. She keeps it in for the Gliders.
Well, they went to the simple pick and roll action. 1 second left. It's going to be a 24-second, 3-second violation before the 24-second shot clock went off.
And that was great work. Great defense from Canada, but also great from the Gliders to keep it, you know, the ball in play. Unfortunately, couldn't get a shot off during that time period. Now it's Dandenau.
Bucket here for the Canadians would be big. Dandido takes it, but an offensive foul, and that is a dagger to the Canadians' confidence, because they were about to make an 11-point ball game. But in the end, they got to do it all over again defensively. Gliders inbound this. Vincey, she's been great so far here in the fourth quarter. Merritt takes the mid-range, doesn't get it. Dandino with a rebound. Canada, they got to push this one. Must get a bucket in this possession. Try to cut it down to 11, maybe 10 points. Trying to find the separation. Mid-range, it's up. Doesn't get it. It's a good look, but it's just not dropping. Foul has been committed, and that's the last team foul the Canadians can't commit. The Australians will go to the free throw line after this. We're under 3 minutes. Australia, Operation Hang On. A bucket here will be monumental. 10 on the shot clock. Finding Monroe Cook. Takes the fadeaway. No good. Dandino gets the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball violation. And that's a problem because it's going to go back to Australia. 3 Canadian players, and it was Dandino. And she's got a point there. I thought she was fouled. The officials may discuss this one.
Gliders having a laugh and a giggle there. Dandino obviously very frustrated.
So yeah, the decision has been overturned. Canada will get the ball back. So Katie Dandino protested, and rightfully so. Canada get it back. Well, now leading scorer so far here for the Canadians, 19 points. Found in the half court. 2:36 to go. While not impossible, it's going to be very challenging for Canada to try to get back in this one. They must get a bucket here. Anything. Dandino takes a mid-range, puts it up, fires it, and that's what they needed.
Nine-point ball game. 2 minutes and change remaining.
Well, good separation there. Trying to go over left. Gets blocked by the backboard. And that goes out of bounds. And a glimmer of hope here for the Canadians.
Yeah, but they need quick offenses here.
Weller with the ball. Weller with the mid-range. Takes it and one. Going to the free throw line. And that's a big-time play. Cindy Weller with 21 points. Can cut this down to an 8-point ball game. Fasten your seatbelts. We're not over.
That is huge from Willett. And will the bonus bucket go?
Doesn't convert it.
Dandino.
No good on the rebound. But now the Australians will try to push this one. A bucket would be big here for the Australians. Monroe Cook down the middle, and again, silences the comeback here for the Canadians.
And that could potentially seal the deal here. Dandino will try to pull it back.
Well, big three. Trying to keep him in this one, and that's a huge triple. Back to an 8-point ball game.
Yeah, Dandino.
1:33 to go here. Interception, Willett. Could it be possibly Giannis? Now it's a 6-point ball game. And let me tell you something, Craig Campbell has to call timeout because Australia are just inviting Canada back into this game. Well, if you are watching live on the YouTube stream, Canada, they don't know when it's over. Credit to this team, the character, the resilience, very well coached. Their coach, the experienced Mami Abipita. But at the moment now, Craig Campbell of Australia, the Gliders, it's Operation Hang On for 1 minute and 28 seconds.
Abbott Peter, a decorated Paralympian in her own right. Paralympic gold medalist is Abbott Peter. Everything to play for in this last minute and a half.
Well, no team with any more fouls to give. Australia will advance the ball, which will put 14 seconds on the shot clock. Interesting decision, Ed, knowing you're up by 6 and 1:28 to go, but Inglis will inbound this, finding Amber Merritt. Merritt now trying to go down the middle. Inglis going baseline. Finds Monroe Cook. What a pass. Cook missed it. Danilo gets the rebound. And now Canada, chance to break. Willett, can she go for the layup? Now it's a 4-point ball game. Are we about to witness the greatest comeback of the tournament? 106.
The Gliders will just look to take care of the ball here.
Foul has been committed. So this is going to be free throws coming up for the Aussies.
And it's
32 points for the great Amber Merritt. All she has to do is step up and make these free throws.
Yeah, big time free throws for the Amber Alert.
The pressure just getting to her. Oh, Australia putting nobody here in the box out. Makes the second one. 5-point ball game. But Canada with still a bit of hope here. Danilo tries to push this one. She needs some options here. Somebody needs to step up. Willett trying to go around the defense. Puts up a tough one. Doesn't get it. And that goes out of bounds. And again, if she made that one, that would have been fantastic. But Australia may be surviving here.
Yeah, I think that's enough for the Gliders to hold on to it here. Great work from them.
Quick foul committed. Canada trying to send Australia to the free throw line.
Yeah, smart work sending the low punter to the line. It's going to be harder for them to make it under pressure. It's Dodd.
Dodd at the free throw line. Patience needed. Takes a deep breath. Makes the first one. No problem. Back to a 6-point ball game. The Aussie fans. Still a bit of time, though. Canada need to be quick once they get the ball inbound. The free throw's been missed. A 3 would be big. Danilo thinks about it. Monroe Cook not allowing her any time or space. Goes for the mid-range. Puts it up. Doesn't get it. A spirited comeback here from the Canadians. Credits his team, battling to the end. And it's one of those games they'll want to reflect on. A lot of pauses they could take, but it just hasn't been their day. And you can see the response from these players. It's really tough for them because it could have been a great comeback.
And these free throws from Monroe Cook surely seal the deal. Young and Steve's come into the game, replacing Giannis and Willett.
You know, this game could have been over by the third quarter, but the Canadians collectively stood strong together and found a way to almost get back in it. But again, it's not over. 28.2. Remember, 2 3-pointers could potentially get them back. But again, Monroe Cook needs to make this free throw. Missed them both. Canada need to be quick here. Danilo trying to push this one up the floor. Trying to find a bit of space. Hail Mary 3. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me? Katie Danilo making a big 3-pointer.
Oh, my goodness.
But now, well, it could be a jump ball violation, but no, they're going to go with a foul. So 2 free throws. Katie Danilo is the model of excellence for athletes all over the world. 2 big free throws here. All she's got to do is make one of them. 14.9 seconds left.
Pressure is on for Monroe Cook.
Makes the first one. Missed the second. Canada's got to be quick. Young tries to push up the court. She can't take her time now. Space. Another three. Takes it. And that goes off out of bounds. Well, what a game we witnessed here this evening.
Yeah, that'll be it for this game. Good pressure there. Good shooting from Munro Cook there to ice the free throw. But
timeout called from Team Canada. They will talk it over. 2.0 seconds left. Australia will lead. Oh, again, you got to feel for Team Canada, led by Cindy Wellett and Katie Danido for a combined total of 47 points. They've been fantastic, but again, Amber Merritt, 33, relatively quiet here in the second half, but credit to Vincy, Dodd, and Inglis stepping up big time just to hold on for the victory. Last possession coming. 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Canada have the ball. Young's going to have to force it up. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us in this game. At the end of this one, Australia win 68-64. More games to come in the IWBF World Championship. But for now, it's goodbye and see you to the next one.